ॐ त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव वेद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव। ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। So let us continue this second lecture, proper second lecture on Changdev Pasashti, this great text which is a letter written to Changdev, a great yogi, and was desirous of this self-knowledge. Intense desire has to be there so that we will get it. If it is not there, the intense desire, if it is not there, even if we are presented with it, we won't get it. And like even if we go to a source of water, and there should be the thirst, that will make us drink that water. So, in fact, if there is thirst, then we will look for water. So, Changdev has this thirst awakened. It is called mumuksha, and he had lot of worldly accomplishments in 1400 years. In fact, to live for 1400 years, that itself would be considered as a very special attainment. So he had all that and yet was not satisfied. He wanted that to get the self-knowledge, that he heard about Jnaneshwara and thought that here is my chance, my possibility of getting a teacher. So he comes for that there is this thirst, and he had tried to get this thirst quenched by all the worldly attainments. But still it was not possible to get rid of that tremendous thirst. There is that first aphorism in the Brahma Sutras which says, Athato Brahma Jignasa, that now therefore there is the inquiry into the nature of the Supreme Truth, the Brahman. Why now and not before? Because before there was no thirst. So you are not looking intensely for water. It is, there has to be thirst. Now the thirst is awakened. And then why water? Why not something else? Because something else, howsoever good, will not be effective in quelling away the thirst. So both these things, atha, ataha. Atha means now. Ataha means therefore. There is this inquiry into the nature of Brahman. So Changdev has that similar condition that you turn. Uh, we speak about, that every evening in most centers of Ramakrishna Mission, they recite a hymn for Sri Ramakrishna composed by Swami Vivekananda. Om Ring Ritam Tvamachalo. And the third stanza of it says, Tejas taranti tarasa tvai tripta trishna rage krite ritapathe tvai Ramakrishne. That tarasa means those who are thirsty. The intensity of their suffering due to thirst, tejas, and that what happens, when they come to you, Sri Ramakrishna, Tvai Tripta Trishna San, they get this fulfillment. Their thirst is tripta, they become completely satisfied by drinking uh, that great nectar that is coming from your life. Tejas taranti tarasa tvai tripta trishnaha rage krite ritapathe tvai Ramakrishne. There that intense devotion for that source comes. You go to that source. That is the nature of Sri Ramakrishna. That if somebody tejas taranti tarasa, tarasa is, suffering because of the intense thirst, has gone running here and there, thinking of the sources of water, and had become tired, finding everywhere the mirage, no water at all. So it is there. Now you find the fulfillment in Sri Ramakrishna. You love that Sri Ramakrishna, Rage Krite. And how is that Sri Ramakrishna? Ritapathe. He is the path towards the truth. So that you find that source. So thus Changdev has come to Jnaneshwara, and Jnaneshwara is just sharing his experience spontaneously, because just as you will give water to somebody, if you have water, somebody who is thirsty, you will share whatever water you have. So Jnaneshwar has that the source by which one's life gets fulfilled. So he is just giving it spontaneously. So he tells that the third verse that we were saying. By the way, when I was having lunch, there was a very friendly suggestion made that 3 to 4 people will be feeling very sleepy after such a good lunch. So please make your lecture more boring than what it usually is. So, and I have decided to act on that suggestion. So it is, so it is, बहु जव जव होए, तव तव काहीच न होए. So you have a challenge now, isn't it? Even if my lecture is becoming boring, you have to stay awake and listen and understand, you see. So, बहु जव जव होए, तव तव काहीच न होए. This is a nice expression that as you see the multiplicity springing up, Nothing is really happening. It is a single rope is lying. Now you see the snake there. Instead of rope, you are seeing the snake because of the similarities in appearance. That, oh, there is a terrible snake. Have you ever seen snake, Sarika? Uh, you feel attracted towards snake? Huh? Hey, let me hold the snake. Huh? No, oh, may bite me. So, but when there is just rope and you see snake, oh, what happens? Now you start seeing. Rope is that just one. But the snake, now you start seeing the multiplicity. Oh, these are the eyes of the snake. As soon as you see the snake, you will see that these are the eyes. This must be the tail of the snake. And see, these are these stripes of various colors on it. And then you start thinking whether the snake is poisonous or not poisonous. It is going to aggressively attack me and bite me and kill me, or what is it going to do? All these things come. In the whole process, what was happening to the rope? Eh? What? Was anything happening in the rope? Nothing was happening in the rope. So, as we see this multiplicity, where there is actually God alone, really nothing is happening. Bahu java java hoye. When there is instead of oneness, and see, the oneness never goes. Oneness is always there. Whether you are seeing multiplicity or not seeing multiplicity, the oneness remains. The multiplicity is that coming up and going away and changing all the time. So that is how this perception is. Tava tava kahich na hoye. Actually, nothing is happening. And kahi na honi ahe avaghachi jo. That without having anything, without doing anything, without anything happening, all this multiplicity is that God alone, that one truth alone is there, which has remained completely unchanged. So, this is how the situation is. Let us try to remember this, that this is God right now also, and nothing has really changed. There is no problem really at all for us. Although we are feeling so much problem, that problem is not real because there is no snake. Our problem is because of the perception, seeing of the snake, and all the thoughts start coming. The snake could be poisonous. The other day I was seeing the descriptions of poisonous snake. It looks exactly like that. It must be poisonous. And so let me be careful. Should I run away or should I call 911? All these worries. And but if I try to take out the phone and the snake gets alerted and pounces on me, what should I do? Shivering with fear. And actually, there is no problem, there is rope alone. It is somebody may be very courageous, that no, like our Adi Maharaj was trying to grab a snake, the other day. So it is, some are courageous, they are not scared of snakes. Hmm. There was one incident in our center in Along, or these days called Alo. So it is in that tribal area in northeastern India. And then there the tribals, they eat snakes, as a delicacy. So uh, one of our Swamis was walking, and a little girl was pointing out to the tree. There was a big snake dangling from the tree. Ah. And this Swami told that girl, "Hey, move away. It may fall on you." Ah. That little girl laughs and says, that will be nice, we will eat it then. So the perceptions are so different, you see. All this, somebody may be very bold and courageous to handle the snake. I am not afraid of snake. But that is when you actually see that it is rope, then the vanishing of fear is of a completely different order, isn't it? That you may be scared, you may be courageous, you may approach the snake thinking, okay, I will just catch it by the neck so that it will not be able to bite me. All that happens. But when you go to catch the snake, suppose somebody like our Adi Maharaj, very courageous, approaches, mm, mm, ah! And it is rope. So there is now all the fear completely vanishes. Similarly, was there any cause of fear even before? There was actually no cause of fear because there was no snake. So in the world, actually, Jnaneshwar is telling there is nothing but God alone is there. There is no cause of fear. It is, you are seeing in hallucination that it is like, suppose somebody, like say our Ananya, she is seeing a dream. Uh, oh, and in the dream she sees that, oh, a tiger is there chasing me. Ooh, what to do now? And is in the dream, she is feeling that fear, shaking with fear in dream. Now, say her dad is sitting right there by her side. The dad sees that there is no tiger. So now, therefore, the dad sees there is no cause of fear at all. There is no tiger. So what is to be done now? Well, the dad is just smiling. She will, when she wakes up, she will find that there is no problem at all. So when we wake up from this sleep of this perception of multiplicity, it is actually sleep. When we wake up from that sleep, Kathopanishad therefore says, arise, awake. Swami Vivekananda was very fond of making this call, arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. Wake up. There is, when you wake up, all the fears will go, because this false perception of multiplicity, this is I, this is mine, this is this, this is so nice, all that will go away. So, that is what is being told to Changdev. Actually, nothing is happening. And don't you see this? That you feel you have lived 1400 years. What is that? Nothing has happened. You never were born actually. There was no birth for you, no death for you, no living for you. So, and then gives analogy in the this uh, fourth verse. Uh, that again another beautiful example from the gold nugget you make a very nice jewelry from it, say a earring and so forth, very nice looking. But by becoming an earring, and did the gold lose any goldness? The goldness remains the same. When you are seeing it as now, an earring, just a shape. So here we see many shapes, but the substance has remained the same. सोने सोनेपणा उणे न येताच झाले लेणे तेवी न वेचता जग होणे अंगे जया. This ange jaya is a very beautiful word. I'll read just the translation. The gold has become ornaments without any lessening in its goldness. Like that, it is his nature to become the world without any change in oneself. No change at all. And yet it appears like the world. So, it is not any change in the reality, but only the change in the way we are seeing it. Let us be very clear about it. It is so, there is no problem even now. Let us assure yourself, let us assure ourselves that there is, even now, there is no problem. Oh, what will happen? I had not been doing my prescribed spiritual practice for I was a bit lazy and kind of slipshod. Now, what will happen now? Well, nothing is going to happen. Nothing is happening, nothing will happen because there is no change at all. It is, you see what should be done, try to do that, change your way of perception. All spiritual practice is that. It is, so see that nothing is really changing. The gold appearing as earring. Similarly, the God is appearing, say, as Mukta. God is appearing as that Ashutosh. God is appearing as this microphone. Actually, it still remains the God alone. So, let us try to see things like this, that it is harmonium. It is not harmonium, it is God appearing as harmonium. It is God appearing as this table, God appearing as that Abhijit there. So all this is what? God alone, without any change, just as the gold without any change has appeared the earring or the nose ring. Nose rings, do you put on nose rings here? What? Ruchi, do you put nose rings? No. I think Maya, in their place they put, isn't it? Nose, yeah. They put nose rings. So, now these, what earring or nose ring, they are just names and shapes. It actually does not cause any change to the goldness. Gold remains. So God is, there is no change in God. and that very thing appears as this world. So, no change really. We are scared. Oh, something needs to be done. I am in ignorance. What should I do? Should I keep Ekadashi fast or Shivaratri fast? Or what should I do? Some sacrifice? Should I feed 51 Brahmins? And all those things happen, you know. It is, should I do all? Because okay, unless you do it, you don't feel satisfied, that's all. There is that's a very nice illuminating story of one, uh, this son, a little son of a king, a prince. So the prince somehow thought that it had swallowed a snake while having his lunch. Oh, the snake has gone in, and he became so upset. Told the king. Immediately many doctors were summoned. Oh, come, that there is the snake, he has swallowed a snake. So, and he was feeling, saying, oh, I know I swallowed myself. I knew that it slipped down my throat. I could not remove it at that time. It was a snake that just went in. He was convinced. And the doctors came and examined and saw that there is no snake, and told now the prince, you know. So prince was told, no, there is no snake. Hey, what do you mean? You useless doctors, get out. So one doctor was a psychologist. So it is, now the psychologist means understood that there is really no snake. But now to tell that there is no snake means the prince is not going to listen to that. Moreover, he will, as a doctor, he will be kicked out with insults. So he said, okay, do you remember properly that you swallowed? Yes, yes, let me examine. I can feel. If I press here more, you must be feeling more pain, isn't it? Yes, yes. Because there is the head of that snake right here. I can feel in my fingers. Don't worry. Okay, but then we'll take it out. Don't see the snake is going like this, like this, like this in your stomach. I can see that. Then he gave this little child lot of purgatives, and then told, got a dead snake and put it in the latrine there. That and then, oh yes, here it fell down. You see, I was sure there is snake. Now the non-existent snake is taken out. There was no snake to be taken out. So this is how the spiritual life really is. Nothing has really happened. But unless we go through all this rigmarole, let me do a million times repetition of mantras. Now what is this million times repetition of mantra? All this given purgatives and all that. To take out what? Non-existent snake. That is what is all happening. Nothing has changed actually, it is all really God. But we are so convinced, like that prince was convinced, that there is really the snake. So we are convinced that there is this ignorance. And so, who will take me out of this terrible mire of suffering due to ignorance? I am ignorant, and I have done all wrong things in life. So many of us suffer because of the guilt feeling, giving business to the psychologist, that it is that, oh, I feel so guilty, and that uh, I long back I behaved so badly with my little brother. Now I don't know what will happen. It keeps on coming back to me again and again, that why did I behave so bad with my little brother then. Actually, one girl staying at Providence, she used to feel like that. Oh, I tortured my little sister so much when we were children, and so was not able to get rid of that guilt feeling. So we feel like that. Uh, so what will happen to me? What punishment will God give me? Do not worry. Nothing has really happened. It is God alone is. With so many these interacting diversities, so they are not real. Nothing really has happened in the whole process. काही न होनी आहे अवघा चीजो. Without anything, this is, and it is said Ange Jaya. It is, there is no cause for it. Why does God make this world like this? This one can keep on thinking. Abhijit is thinking like that. That why did God make it like this? All these problems here should have made the world differently. Should have taken my advice. God should have taken my advice in making the world. I would have then made the world much better. But nothing has happened at all. So this is the nature in Kathopanishad. In Shvetashvatar actually it is there. Devasyesha svabhavoyam, that this is the nature of that divinity to manifest in this multiplicity. It is not that it has deliberately did anything. Why God? There is no why to it. So sometimes it is therefore described as sport, divine sport or leela of God. And for sport there is no reason, just to have some fun. So this is just to have fun, instead of one, without any change, without losing that oneness, it appears as many. So this is Ange Jaya. It is the natural propensity of that reality. There is no cause into that. So similarly, some more analogies are given here, that कल्लोळ कंचुकन फेडिताची उघडे उदक तेवी जगेसी सम्यक स्वरूप जो. That the waves dancing on the water is obviously water, like garment without the need to tear or cut. It is obviously thread. The clothing that you put on, now what is it? The threads. You don't have to really tear and see that whether there are threads or not. Obviously it is threads. Woven together, put together, you call it cloth. But actually it is only the threads. So it is threads. All the waves that are seen are just water. Similarly, this is all God alone. There is the dance of different forms, interaction between the forms, but it is all God alone. In the play, there are all these uh, uh, very difficult moments, very anxious moments. What will happen to my green card? Uh, it is, yeah, very anxious. And then if I don't get it, what will happen to me? It is all hundreds of worries keep on coming because it appears to be all real, but it is all God alone. And God appears in all these different manifestations. What, Ananya, do you get it? Huh? It is all God. There is no change in that. Sometimes the situation temporarily appears to be pleasant because there is this wave is rising up. Ah, very nice. My parents are with me and we are going to all these nice places and all that. And then the wave starts coming down. Oh, I lost my passport. Okay. So it is, that is, the wave is coming down, but it was always just the same water. The waterness did not have any change in it. It is the appearances they change, sometimes pleasant, sometimes lot of enthusiasm, sometimes very depressing, very worrisome, but it is all game, you know. In sports, there are moments when this side will win or that side will win. Intense as this situation. Oh, the scores are almost equal. Only 1 minute is left now. Who is going to win? They, those onlookers or watchers on TV, they become tense, supremely tense. Ah, but, well, nothing is really happening there. It is just game, you know. Things change, and yet everything is the same. So that is how this world is. Everything is just the same. So that is the Swarupa. Here the last word is Swarupa, means that is its nature. There is no question why, how it is, because why, how can be asked about where there is multiplicity. In oneness, you cannot ask that question because there is nothing to connect to it. So, why did God make like this? First of all, you have no right to ask this question. God is not answerable to us by the very definition of God, isn't it? Otherwise, we are God. That fellow is subordinate to us. If God is answerable to us, no, God is not answerable to us. Secondly, all this is God alone. Therefore, who is to ask the question and who is to answer? There is no such thing there. So, परमाणूंचिया मांदिया पृथ्वीपणे न वचेची वाया तेवी विश्वफूर्ती वा इया झाकवे ना जो. Now, this is a special Tantra language that I was telling. Jnaneshwara was actually a Tantra practitioner. So, it is the earth's nature, earthness remains as it is when appearing as a collection or heap of dust particles. All the atoms, parmanus, all the atoms, and together you call it earth. They are still the same atoms. Nothing has really changed. By calling it earth, that does not change there being these fundamental small particles. So, similarly, and here is this special Tantra word, Vishwa Spurti Iya. This is all this Purana. This is a special Tantra term. It is Purana means the uh, it is this it is spontaneous natural expression of it that is called Purana. You see this word being used by Shankaracharya also in his Tantra treatise Dakshinamurti Stotra, that it is Yasyaiva Spuranam Sadatmakam Asat Kalparthakam Bhasate. So it is that it is its own appearance like this, is appearing like the creation, preservation, dissolution, all is its appearance. Nothing is actually happening. That okay, you describe, get the historical perspective. Some are very interested in historically understanding things. So, what was the previous, what was next, what will happen later, and all that. So, that is one way of studying, looking at it. So, but there is nothing is changing, then how you are going to divide that? This is previous, this is later, this is so. Without any change, it just looks, appears like this world. It is पांचेनि पांघुरणे चंद्रमा हरपोनेणे कावन्ही दीपपणे आननो है. The moon covers itself as it were in its different phases, but the moon does not know how to get lost. Fire is not different from the flame of the lamp. The moon changes we see the phases of the moon. Oh, today it is bigger than yesterday, tomorrow may be bigger, and then after full moon day it will start becoming smaller and smaller. All this, is it affecting the moon? Moon is not changing or doing anything for that. Oh, let me have all these different phases. No, it is its nature is like that. The light that shines on it makes us see the different phases. Similarly, the flame and the heat and light that is coming from the flame, they are not different from the flame. So, the God and this appearance of God, this appearance changes. Sometimes it appears as lot of things, sometimes much less things. It is if there is actually more or less, it depends on how you are counting, what you want. There is this story of somebody, that there was an interview going on for the position of accountant, and that accountant is to be appointed in the firm. So the candidates were being interviewed, and the question was asked that, well, 2 plus 2, how it is, how much? Most of them, almost all said 4. What is there to answer? But one man asked, how much do you want it? And that is, that he was given the position of accountant, that how much actually you want, we can make it like that, it is, so it is, how much do you want? The world can become like that. If you want more colorful world, you add more colors to it, it becomes more colorful. If you don't want so much color, okay, reduce. That is it. The God remains just the same, without any change. you have so many appearances connected with it. So, मनोनि अविद्या निमित्ते दृश्य द्रष्टत्व वर्ते तेमी नेणे आईते ऐसेची असे. You make a division, the most common division, which becomes the biggest tangible bondage in our life. And Sri Ramakrishna was never tired of hitting at it. I and mine. The most tangible way that we get bound is I am so and so, and this is mine. A very funny idea, really. The I, what is it? That is not clear. What am I? One obvious is this body, but this body is just food processed, isn't it? The lunch that we had, and that becomes this body. The food processed gets called the body. So that is a misunderstanding that I am this body. Then knowing that that is I, then this is mine. Another similar pieces, they become mine. That is my mom, that is my dad, that is my son, my daughter, my so and so, all mine, I and mine is like that, and there is actually nothing to it, but yet we die under this kind of misconception. We are not able to specify. Try to find, that where I end and the world begins. It's a very simple challenge, because we use this all the time, isn't it? I and world. I don't care about the world, one may say, or no, we should take care of the world, another opinion. So you have always in one's understanding this clarity. I and world are different. Where is the demarcating line? Try to draw it. Try. You will never be able to, because such a line doesn't exist. And taking this non-existent line to be real, we lead our life. No wonder that it ends up always in frustrating experience, that there is no line where you can specify, this is I. From this onwards it is world. So what would you say? The rice that you were eating at lunch, was it world or is it you? Before it entered through the mouth, it was world. Then it became I. Is it? And when it is excreted out, what it is? You see, it is so funny, where this I is. And so it is really, there is no way you can draw a line. And this terrible, unexplainable illusion, this is taken to be real. And therefore, what do we expect but suffering? That which is not real, we are trying to grab that. So it says, it is that it is the name alone that causes the problem, the form, and you give it a name. What happens by giving the name? It generates a sense of continuity. Although it is changing, the name makes us overlook that change and see the continuity. Oh, this is the same Lakshmi that we met last year here. Same one. Now, is it same? No, not same. And yet, what creates the illusion of being same? The name. So you call it a name. Somebody asked me, is this a new shirt that you are putting on? Of course, whether new or old, there is again not a strict definition of it. Uh, I said, no, no, it is not new. I have been putting it on many times. I have put it on. Uh, so, but is it the same one? I told that persona, this is the same one that you repaired. Same one. How? That is how that sameness gets, it becomes a name. The same, that very shirt. So, that is the uh, name becomes the tool of propagation of Maya in our life. We give everything, we give a name. Even in that Harry Potter, the one who should not be named becomes the name. That becomes the name of that fellow who should not be named. So, it is one of our Swamis used to tell, he was an expert storyteller. And he would tell about, oh, you know that Swami, I am not going to tell you the name of that Swami. You see him always, walks like this, describes in such a way that everybody knows who is that fellow. But I won't tell the name, but that is telling the name, you see. So it is like that. So, by name it starts appearing to be the same real as it was 10 years ago, as it was 25 years ago, as it was 50 years ago. I told you the incident. I met my school 7th grade friend. After 50 years we met when I went to Alaska. He was a professor there then. So, oh, same. Why same? The name created that sameness. So it is same. That is the name. Jevi nama matra lugade eravi sutachite ugade ka mati mridbhande jayapari. You shaped the clay and then called it a cup. Same clay you shaped differently and then call it a jar. So now it is always the clay, whether you view it as a cup or as a jar, the clay remains the same. So similarly, the cloth, you give it a name. This is a sari. That the Indian ladies are always going with saris, always buying saris, more and more. It is never satiated, that desire for that. So, what is it? It is thread alone. It is the yarn put together like that, gets the name what? Sari. So, it is, but actually it is the yarn alone. Whether you call sari or by some other name, it is the same. So, similarly, this God alone, appearing in all different forms, there is nothing but God alone. Can we feel it, friends? This is the matter for feeling, matter for spiritual practice. Every time when we see something or somebody, it is while thinking of that, it is like this is harmonium. While thinking of it is harmonium, let us think it as God appearing as harmonium. That is then the truth. It is God which, without any change, is appearing as harmonium. It is God without any change is appearing like this Swami. Howsoever terrible this Swami may be, it is still God alone appearing like Swami. Somebody whom we like a lot, but it is same God. Somebody whom we dislike a lot, still the same God. There is, that is the constant factor in everything. And let us never forget it, that is always there. This is the spiritual practice. The other things are helps to that, like doing meditation, doing the nama japa, all are good, provided they make us feel this reality that it is all God in different forms. What, Ashutosh? Do you get it? Yeah, it is that God alone is the reality in all that. So, it is another example that I have given several times here before, that we are seeing a movie, and there we see a boy, a girl, a house, a tree. Are we seeing only the boy or the girl, the house and the tree? No, we are actually seeing the screen, isn't it? That is the reality there. Suppose you are seeing an apple tree there and think that these are nice ripe apple. Let me take out the apple from that tree in the movie. What are you going to touch? Screen, because that is there in the appearance of an apple tree. There is this some boy, some girl, some this, that, the cars running, all that is true, that it is a car. But it is the screen appearing as the car. So let us remember this truth, that this is God appearing here as, say, Sudha, God appearing here as Vrishali. Where is she? I don't see her here. Okay, she is there. Okay, okay. That it is, that is God appearing as all these. So, this will bring complete knowledge, that it is, appearance is like a particular thing, but the reality that does not vitiate, does not change from, say, the apple tree to the car, to the boy, to that girl, to house. What is that? Screen. Same screen in all these. That does not change at all. So, knowing this is the spiritual practice, that the mind has to be trained to see the truth. In that sense, spiritual practice is actually a psychological practice, not like our Teresa psychology. This is the training in spiritual psychology, that, try to see. Will you be able to tell that to your clients? No, try to see that it is God appearing as your, terrible cynic husband. Ah. Uh, you may get, that is still the God doesn't change whether you are fired or not fired. So it is, but that is the true psychology, you see, that change the mind to see the truth. Instead of seeing the untruth, what happens with that? Suffer. feel bondage, feel useless, feel depressed. Instead, see the truth that nothing has changed, I am still God. God appearing like this, God appearing like that. What Ruchi, you don't agree? Huh? No, she doesn't agree. Huh? It is, yeah, one has to see like that is the spiritual practice. That will bring God realization. Many ask this question that I have been doing this japam for 30 years. I have increased this. Instead of doing it 108, I am doing it 109 now. Or whatever you say, it is. uh, so, and yet there is no God realization happening. What is all useless? Uh, well, this reciting the name of God must accompany the feeling that it connotes. It is therefore Patanjali describes how to do the meditation, how to do the japam. Tad japas tadartha bhavanam. That the meaning of it should be understood, that God alone is real. You are taking the name of Krishna or Ramakrishna or Holy Mother, that alone is real. It does not change. It takes all these different forms, and so let us try to feel it, and that will gradually become realization. It is only sitting. I sit 3 times, maybe 10 times. What does it matter if we are not changing the mind? So that is what is important. See this truth. uh, that that beautiful doha of Kabira, with which, and I am aware it is 4 o'clock. Up to 4 o'clock is the time, isn't it? It is already 4 o'clock. So that mala ferat jug bhaya, firana man ka fer. That I kept on moving that mala, that rosary. 100 and okay, more. So doing like this, nothing wrong in that. Please, friends, see, it is not that that should not be done, but it should be augmented or connected with the thought process. So Kabir says, doing this, a whole yuga went on. It was, you started in Sat Yuga and it is now Treta Yuga, isn't it? What Adi, after Sat Yuga, what happens? So the next Yuga has come. Still, the mind has not changed. Only the mala, that particular bead went on rotating. The mind didn't rotate. The rotating of this, the bead, is helpful if that bead is connected to the mind, so that the mind changes. So that is how the japam should be done. This illusion should be kicked out by this process. We shall continue the study. Om asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om shanti shanti shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.